Thousands of years it's been one of the world's great mysteries. Just how were the pyramids built so deep in the Egyptian desert?
Looks out over the desert plain, and he's met with a stunning sight he can barely believe.
This young boy king became one of the most powerful symbols in Egyptological history.
Imagine vast stretches of golden dunes stretching as far as the eye can see, whispering tales of buried treasures. From the windswept sands of Egypt to the remote corners of the Arabian Peninsula, the deserts hold stories that defy explanation and ignite the imagination. What secrets lie buried beneath the sands, waiting for the curious minds to uncover? And how have these desolate landscapes managed to preserve the secrets of civilizations long forgotten? Join us as we unravel 5 unsolved ancient desert mysteries. The Jewel of Tutenkhamun. Tutenkhamun was a remarkable figure in ancient Egyptian history, reigning from around 1332 to 1323 BC during the late 18th dynasty. Born as Tutenkhamun, he likely descended from Akhenaten, believed to be the KV-55 mummy. Despite his young age, Tutenkhamun initiated the construction of a royal tomb in the Valley of the Kings, along with an accompanying mortuary temple. However, both projects remained unfinished at the time of his untimely death. He was laid to rest in a remarkably small tomb. This curious choice can likely be attributed to his premature death. Consequently, his mummy was interred in a tomb originally intended for someone else. This decision aimed to uphold the tradition of observing the customary 70 days between death and burial. Despite the efforts to honor this tradition, Tutenkhamun's tomb fell victim to robbery at least twice during ancient times. However, analysis of the stolen items and the subsequent restoration efforts suggest that these thefts likely occurred shortly after the initial burial, possibly within a few months at most. The tomb's location was eventually lost over time as it became buried under debris from later tombs, with workers' residences constructed over the entrance, further obscuring its whereabouts. In 1922, deep within the Valley of the Kings, a monumental discovery shook the world of archaeology to its core. Led by the renowned Egyptologist Howard Carter, excavators unearthed the long-lost tomb of the boy pharaoh Tutenkhamun, over 3,300 years after his death and burial. This remarkable event marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey into the heart of ancient Egypt's mysteries. As the tomb's sealed entrance was breached on November 4, 1922, Carter, accompanied by his patron, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, embarked on an unprecedented excavation. What they found inside surpassed all expectations. A treasure trove consisting of more than 5,000 artifacts, each a precious relic from a bygone era. However, many of these treasures were delicate, requiring meticulous care to ensure their preservation as they were removed from the tomb. Among the dazzling treasures of jewels, gold, and statues in Tutenkhamun's tomb, one mysterious artifact captured the fascination of historians for decades. A gem carved from an unusual yellow-green glass, unlike any known gemstone. This captivating piece was discovered at the center of a ceremonial breastplate, adorned with intricate religious symbols. Initially, this remarkable gem was mistakenly identified as a type of quartz called chalcedony. However, its true nature turned out to be far more extraordinary, revealing it to be one of the rarest minerals on Earth. This gem, known as a pectoral, is an exquisite golden pendant, crafted using the cloisonné technique, where compartments are created with fine metal strips and filled with colorful enamel or glass. Inlaid with semi-precious stones and colored glass, the pectoral showcases the remarkable skill of New Kingdom Egyptian jewelers. At the heart of this pectoral lies a winged scarab made from Libyan desert glass, a rare material. The scarab symbolizes the sun at dawn and the god Khepri, the beetle god of transformation and rebirth. In this artistic depiction, Khepri, the beetle god of the morning sun, supports the lunar boat with its forelegs, which are inlaid with lapis lazuli, a precious blue stone imported from Afghanistan. Inside the lunar boat lies the image of the left eye of the god Horus, a symbol of the full moon. This eye is masterfully inlaid with obsidian and calcite, surrounded by a ring of lapis lazuli. The eyebrow, also adorned with lapis lazuli, is separated from the eye by a thick sheet of gold leaf. Encircling the eye are 2 uraei, each topped with a gilded solar disk inlaid with dark blue, turquoise blue, and red glass paste. Above the eyebrow, a gold crescent moon is surmounted by a silver lunar disk, enhancing the celestial theme of the piece. Within the lunar disk are 3 significant figures: the pharaoh, Thoth, and Re-Harakti. The pharaoh is depicted standing in profile, with a disk and a lunar crescent on his head. Thoth, the god of wisdom, writing, and knowledge, is shown with the head of an ibis, also crowned by a crescent and a lunar disk. Rihorakti, portrayed with the head of a falcon, is topped with a solar disk. Both Thoth and Rihorakti raise their hands in a gesture of greeting to the pharaoh. Flanking the Eye of Horus are two cobras, each crowned with a sun disk. These cobras likely symbolize Upper and Lower Egypt, or serve as protective guardians for the sacred eye. The wings and tail of the scarab are intricately inlaid with carnelian, turquoise, and lapis lazuli. Carnelian, deeply connected with the heart and the resurrection of mummies, was used by Egyptians for protection in both life and death. Turquoise, known to the Egyptians as mefkat, meaning joy and delight, was considered a powerful protector for those who wore it. Lapis lazuli, prized for its deep blue color, was believed to guide the soul to immortality and open the heart to love. The back legs of the scarab are transformed into the talons of a vulture, each clutching the Shen ring of eternity. These rings are threaded through turquoise and carnelian rings, entwined with delicate flower stems. In one claw, the vulture holds fully open lotus flowers, symbolizing complete resurrection, while the other claw grips lotus buds, representing potential rebirth. The lotus, emerging from the primordial waters of Nun, is a powerful symbol of resurrection and renewal. The gold frame outlining this magnificent composition supports pendants shaped like lotus flowers, papyrus, and poppy seed heads. Cornflowers, resembling the blue lotus, symbolize life and fertility, and were used as floral decorations during the pharaoh's funerals. Papyrus to the Egyptians represented fertility and the essence of life itself. Poppies were associated with Osiris, the god of corn and resurrection, further emphasizing the themes of rebirth and eternal life. This pectoral is a stunning piece of art, rich in symbolism and meaning. It embodies the two forms of resurrection that the deceased king must undergo to enter the afterlife successfully. The upper part of the pectoral represents lunar or Osirian resurrection, linked to the underworld and the realm of the dead. In contrast, the lower part symbolizes rebirth as the sun, emerging through the body of Nut, and assisted by the god Khepri, who represents the sun at dawn. This dual symbolism underscores the ancient Egyptian belief in the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The Eye of the Sahara, unveiling Atlantis. Florida's Cape Kennedy witnessed a historic moment on June 3, 1965, as Titan II rockets propelled the Gemini 4 spacecraft into orbit. On board were astronauts James McDivitt and Edward White, embarking on a groundbreaking mission that would captivate the world. During their 4-day journey circling the Earth 62 times, McDivitt and White achieved a remarkable feat, the first ever spacewalk by an American. Amid their tasks, the astronauts snapped hundreds of photos, providing humanity with an unprecedented glimpse of our planet's beauty from space. Among these images, one stood out, a photograph revealing an intriguing sight in the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert. Captured from above, the structure resembled a colossal eye, with concentric rings of stone and sand surrounding a central hub. This captivating formation came to be known as the Eye of the Sahara, a name befitting its striking appearance. More than half a century later, the Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Guelb Rishat, or the Rishat structure, continues to intrigue and baffle scientists and locals alike. Located amidst the desolate landscape of Northwest Africa, this geological wonder defies conventional explanations. While scientists classify it as a volcanic feature, its concentric circles remain a profound mystery. The Riche structure's uniqueness is unparalleled, with no comparable formations found anywhere else on Earth. Despite extensive study, the puzzling nature of the Eye of the Sahara persists. However, recent years have brought forth a fascinating theory that this mysterious structure may hold a connection to one of history's most enduring legends, the lost city of Atlantis. According to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was a legendary island kingdom founded by the gods themselves. For centuries, the legend of Atlantis has captivated our imagination, weaving its way into the fabric of Western society. Despite its enduring presence in our collective consciousness, the city has remained elusive, shrouded in mystery. However, recent speculation has turned towards an unlikely contender, the Rishat structure, also known as the Eye of the Sahara. While the notion of locating Atlantis in the Sahara may seem unlikely at first glance, it is not as far-fetched as it appears. Contrary to the barren expanse of the desert we see today, the Sahara was once a verdant paradise, teeming with life. Scientific studies have revealed that as little as 5,000 years ago, this vast desert was home to a sprawling network of rivers and the colossal mega-lake Chad, the largest freshwater lake in history. Evidence of this ancient aquatic realm can still be found in and around the Rishat structure. Fossils of mollusks and vast salt deposits serve as tangible reminders of the Sahara's watery past, suggesting that the landscape we see today is but a shadow of its former self. Yet, despite the compelling evidence pointing toward the Rishat structure as a potential candidate for Atlantis, one crucial question remains unanswered. Where are the ruins of the fabled city? The lost labyrinth of Egypt. While it might sound daring at first, the idea of a massive hidden maze tucked away in Egypt has intrigued many. It's not just a product of wild imagination, but rooted in historical accounts. It's said that this architectural wonder was commissioned by Amenemhat III, a powerful ruler who governed around 1800 BC during the 12th dynasty of Egypt. Greek historian Herodotus, known for his vivid descriptions, once marveled at a structure he deemed mightier than anything he'd ever seen. He claimed it outshone even the grandeur of all the buildings of his time combined, including the famous pyramids. This colossal temple, known as the Labyrinth, is said to have boasted over 3,000 rooms, each adorned with breathtaking paintings and intricate hieroglyphs. Herodotus's Histories, penned in the 5th century BC, describes the labyrinth's 12 courtyards, 6 gates on each side, and its colossal surrounding wall. The chambers, numbering over 3,000, were divided into above-ground and underground rooms, each contributing to the awe-inspiring ambiance. Despite Herodotus witnessing the upper rooms firsthand, the labyrinth was like a dream journey for him, filled with wonder in every chamber. Its massive stone roof, adorned with intricate carvings, and the brilliant white columns encircling its courtyards, added to its mystique. At the end of the maze, there stood another towering pyramid, reaching up to 40 fathoms high, which is about 72 meters in today's measurements. And let's not forget Pliny the Elder, another Roman scholar. He too marveled at the labyrinth's intricate design, calling it a puzzling maze of pathways. And then there's the Greek historian Diodorus Siculus, who added a touch of artistry to his tale. He spoke of a sacred temple within the labyrinth, adorned with 40 majestic pillars on each side. Its roof, carved from a single stone, bore panels decorated with breathtaking paintings, each depicting the memories of kings past and the rituals of their homelands. What's most intriguing is that despite the varied voices, all these descriptions align in essence and detail. Some experts believe this labyrinth wasn't merely a figment of imagination, but a tangible place that once stood proud and mysterious, waiting to be explored. According to reports, a long time ago, the labyrinth was taken apart. Authors Inge Uyterhoeven and Ingrid Blom-Boer have a theory about this. They say that ancient buildings from Greece and Rome were only built in one part of where the labyrinth used to be. This suggests that maybe that part of the labyrinth was already gone by the late period or early Ptolemaic era. But there's more. Uyterhoeven and Blom-Boer think that the other part of the labyrinth, the eastern side, might have stuck around for longer. They believe it might have still been around during the time of the Ptolemies and even the Romans. That could be why we don't see many ruins from Greece and Rome in that area. And guess what? The coolest parts of the labyrinth, like the big buildings and sculptures, were found there. After the Western Roman Empire fell apart, people started taking stones from the labyrinth for other buildings. They kept taking stones until there wasn't much left. And as time went on, people kind of forgot where the labyrinth even was. Then, around the middle of the 13th century AD, there was more trouble. Someone dug a canal right through Hawara, where the labyrinth was. This messed up what was left of it. And if that wasn't bad enough, in the early 1900s, they built another canal right over the first one, making things even worse for the poor old labyrinth. Back in 1843, the curious explorer Carl Richard Lepsius from Prussia went on an exciting adventure near the pyramid of Amenemhat III in Hawara. He dug around the area and found the remains of some old chambers made of bricks. With great enthusiasm, Lepsius claimed that he had discovered the famous labyrinth everyone had been talking about. Around the same time, Lepsius's eager student, G.M. Ebers, suggested that if someone climbed the pyramid, they might spot a horseshoe-like mark indicating the labyrinth's presence. But not everyone was convinced. W.H. Matthews pointed out that the evidence Lepsius provided wasn't entirely convincing. People felt they needed more proof before they could agree with his conclusions. Fast forward to 1888, Flinders Petrie, an adventurous British explorer, decided to take a closer look at the brick chambers that Lepsius had found. To everyone's surprise, Petrie discovered that these chambers were actually part of an ancient town from the Greco-Roman era, built right on top of the labyrinth's remains. Amidst a pile of debris, Petrie found what little was left of the labyrinth's foundations. But Petrie's adventure didn't stop there. He stumbled upon some remarkable treasures: a limestone statue of Sobek, another of Hathor, and 2 granite shrines, each housing a statue of Amenemhat III. Petrie shared his thrilling discoveries in a detailed book called The Labyrinth, Gerza and Mazguna, published in 1912. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. This unexplained jewel from space could finally hold the keys to unlocking the location of Atlantis and 5 of the most ancient and unsolved desert mysteries ever. In the arid expanse of the Sahara, where the shifting sands whisper ancient secrets, lay the remnants of a forgotten empire. Amidst the ruins, buried beneath layers of time, gleamed a scarab jewel, crafted from a rare glass stone that shimmered like the desert sun. Legend whispered tales of its origins, linking it to the lost city of Atlantis, or the fabled treasure of Cleopatra. Yet, its true story remained shrouded in mystery, a puzzle waiting to be solved by intrepid adventurers. Among those drawn to its allure was Dr. Evelyn Brown, an archaeologist with a penchant for unraveling history's puzzles. With a team of experts, she embarked on a daring expedition into the heart of the Sahara, determined to unearth the truth behind the scarab jewel's existence. Their journey was fraught with peril, navigating treacherous sandstorms and ancient traps left by those who came before. Yet, fueled by curiosity and the promise of discovery, they pressed on. As they neared their goal, Dr. Brown uncovered a hidden chamber, its walls adorned with hieroglyphs depicting the scarab jewel. Translating the ancient script, she uttered the title of their quest, The Secret of the Glass Scarab. Within the chamber, they found not only the jewel, but also clues to its significance, a key to unlocking the mysteries of a civilization lost to time. Though the scarab jewel remained a symbol of an unsolved riddle, its discovery illuminated the path to understanding the secrets of the ancient desert. Filled with joy at their discovery, Dr. Brown and her brave crew pressed onward in their quest to uncover the remaining secrets of the 5 unsolved ancient desert mysteries, the lost city of Jado. In the vast stretches of the Sahara Desert, there lies a hidden tale of ancient civilizations, lost to the winds of history. Nestled within the northeastern expanse of Asia, on the Shadow Plateau, lie remnants of these ruins. This region is renowned for its ancient cave art, depicting majestic creatures long extinct from the land. Over 2,500 carved and painted images adorn the Iron Mountains and the Shadow Plateau. These relics, dated between 4,500 to 5,000 years old, offer a glimpse into the lives of ancient peoples. Among the depictions, one can find scenes of wild animals, cattle, Barbary sheep, ostriches, horses, and even towering giraffes, frozen in time upon the rocky canvas. Interestingly, the artworks also reveal rhinoceroses, elephants, and hippos, creatures now absent from the arid landscape. These images, alongside scenes of hunts, provide tangible proof of a time when the region was far wetter than the barren desert it is today. Human figures, discovered in the Aya Mountains near Chardo, stand as silent sentinels of the past. Amongst them, cattle and giraffes, depicted with such vividness that they seem to leap from the rock, evoking a sense of wonder at the artistic prowess of ancient hands. Yet, beyond the art, lies a story etched in the very earth itself. Studies of the region's climate and geography unveil a dramatic transformation, from lush forests to vast grasslands teeming with life. This fertile land once offered sustenance for livestock and shelter for settlements, with Jado standing as an oasis amidst the shifting sands. As time marched on and conditions grew harsher, the once thriving landscape succumbed to the relentless embrace of the desert, leaving behind only whispers of a forgotten past amidst the arid expanse of the Sahara. The Chardo Plateau isn't just any ordinary stretch of land. It's a fascinating formation made up of 3 sturdy sandstone plateaus. Perched proudly atop these plateaus is the abandoned oasis settlement, sitting at a lofty 450 meters above sea level. Surrounded by vast deserts, it stands as a lone green haven amidst the endless sands, almost as if it's guarding ancient secrets. These ruins, shrouded in mystery, are believed to date back 800 to 1,000 years. These settlements are often called castles, a term borrowed from the North African Berber culture, the indigenous peoples of this region. Nearby lies another settlement named the City of Jaba, both fading slowly into obscurity. Today, fewer than 2,000 people, known as the Tubu nomads, call this plateau home. Despite now standing desolate and abandoned, it was once a thriving hub of prosperity, thanks to the abundant rock salt found in the plateau's depths. It served not only as a bustling trading post, but also as a formidable fortress, its defensive walls standing as a testament to its storied past. Constructed from a mix of mud, brick, and stone, the exact hands behind Jado's creation remain a mystery, as no formal excavations have taken place. Some speculate it was a city built by enslaved hands. Its fortified walls perhaps meant more to confine its inhabitants than to protect them from external threats. Yet, Amidst the whispers of its murky origins, one thing remains clear. Giotto's story is etched into the very fabric of this ancient land, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to seek its hidden truths. Legend has it that Giotto wasn't just a hub for trading souls, it also played a crucial role in the ancient slave trade, serving as a crucial stop along the route between the verdant lands of leisure and the expansive territories of Libya. Even before the arrival of Europeans, Giotto likely served as an oasis and a vital rest point for travelers navigating the treacherous Sahara Desert. Evidence suggests that humans have inhabited this area for millennia, with some estimates tracing back a staggering 60,000 years. There are speculations that the city, now deserted and shrouded in mystery, may have roots dating back to Roman times. Though abandoned for centuries, Giotto may have been known by various names over the years, serving as a trading outpost for empires and civilizations that once flourished in the region. One such empire, the Kanem-Bornu Empire, once stretched across vast territories, including Lake Chad, southern Libya, parts of Nigeria, and Cameroon. It boasted urban centers and nomadic confederations, with Giotto possibly serving as a strategic outpost. Despite its strange allure, Giotto remains unexplored and untouched for over 1,000 years, with only the whispers of its past inhabitants, like the Kanuri people, left to hint at its once bustling existence. There are various theories about why Giotto was abandoned, perhaps due to dwindling water sources, encroaching desert sands, or shifting economic fortunes. Some tales speak of swarms of mosquitoes driving people away from its once lush palm groves, now harvested by Tubu nomads who still roam the region. Despite its abandonment, Giotto's significance hasn't faded, earning it a place on UNESCO's World Heritage tentative list for its rich cultural heritage and mysterious history. Giotto is just one of many forgotten settlements scattered across the Sahara Desert, each a silent witness to the ever-changing landscape of this once green and fertile region. With modern technology like satellite imaging revealing lost fortresses and hidden ruins, the Sahara continues to unveil its secrets, offering glimpses into a past as vast and varied as the sands themselves. The Nazca Lines. Flying above the deserts of southern Peru, you'll spot striking white lines etched against the backdrop of rusty red earth. Peer closer, and you'll witness an array of distinct shapes emerge. Straight lines, rectangles, triangles, and swirling patterns. It's as though you've stumbled upon colossal drawings, featuring figures like monkeys, whales, condors, and hummingbirds, scattered across the landscape. These lines, dating back over 2,000 years, were crafted by the ancient Nazca culture. Thriving amidst the desert's dry climate and relentless winds, the Nazca people ingeniously removed the surface pebbles to unveil the contrasting soil beneath, resulting in lines that stand out vividly. Beginning with modest designs, they gradually expanded their creations into magnificent, full-scale masterpieces. The origins of the Nazca lines have puzzled scientists for decades. First mentioned in historical texts dating back to the 16th century, they were initially perceived as mere desert markers. However, it wasn't until the 1930s, with the rise of commercial aviation, that the lines gained worldwide recognition. American professor Paul Kosak made a groundbreaking discovery in the 1940s when he observed a line pointing directly toward the setting sun after the winter solstice. This led to the hypothesis that the lines might serve as an enormous astronomical calendar. Maria Reiche, known as the Lady of the Lines, dedicated 4 decades of her life to studying these markings. She proposed that the geoglyphs functioned as a celestial calendar, aligning with astronomical events. In the 1970s, new theories emerged, suggesting that the lines could have practical purposes related to water rituals. Given the scarcity of water in the region, the straight lines and geometric shapes may have directed ceremonial activities aimed at enhancing agricultural fertility. Today, archaeologists from Yamagata University, Japan, continue to unravel the mysteries of the Nazca lines using advanced aerial photography and drones. Their discoveries have revealed hundreds of previously unnoticed geoglyphs, depicting humans, animals, and intricate patterns, some as large as the Empire State Building. It's believed that these geoglyphs served as a form of communication, conveying messages across the vast desert landscape, a symbol of the ingenuity and cultural richness of the ancient Nazca civilization. The straight lines point the way from one valley to another, while those etched on slopes seem to follow ancient paths connecting settlements. Now, scientists are on a quest to uncover hidden patterns within these ancient markings, known as geoglyphs. Using the magic of artificial intelligence, they analyze images of these mysterious designs, hoping to unveil secrets etched into the desert sands. Once the AI unveils potential designs, the team ventures out to confirm if they align with the famous Nazca lines, adding another layer of intrigue to these enigmatic artworks. Which of these ancient mysteries do you find most fascinating? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.